is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
There he is, Omar Kelly. All right, Omar, what the hell is going on? Why hasn't Tyron Armstead signed already? What are you doing? What are you doing to stop this thing from happening, huh? The hell is going on here?
You
sure now?
You know what I think it is?
What?
And this is
I think it's good, actually. I think it's good, actually. Go ahead. I think it's good. The quietness, I actually find it really good.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with it. I think more free agents should not be in a rush. I believe the tampering period, if I were to fix free agency, I would allow teams to begin conversations and discussions legally at the combine.
It goes on anyway.
It goes on anyway, which is why they literally call it the legal tampering period.
I know. It's
which is like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? But they really just do this just so that they can dominate the landscape of NBA and March Madness. Because think about it. When is free agency? Right in the middle of March, right in the middle of the start of March Madness. Like nobody cared about the announcement of the 64 or 66 seeds because quarterbacks were moving.
Right.
And that's just the NFL flexing their muscle. I don't have much muscle anymore. But if it were me, I would allow players to have this Monday through Wednesday moratorium to go visit teams, to go talk to teams, organizations, see if you want to play for the Joe Philbin. Mike Wallace told me his biggest mistake was that he signed on with the Miami Dolphins before he ever even had a conversation with Joe Philbin. And I said to myself, like, why the hell would I do that?
Yeah.
So if I were Tyron Armstead, I would definitely be having a conversation, getting to know the people who are going to coach me, and the offensive coordinator is a former position coach of his. And the seeing what the city has to offer me. I think that New Orleans has a hold on him for whatever reason. Maybe it's close to home. He's an Arkansas Pine Bluff guy. New Orleans and Arkansas kind of close in location. Maybe he's just grown and attached to New Orleans. I can't find if he has family members. He's got pictures of kids on his Twitter timeline, on his timeline of Instagram, but I can't find if he's married or he got his life on the DL, which I respect. But
he's an old lineman. A lot of those guys are low key. The linemen usually.
Yeah. What I'm thinking is maybe he has a wife and kids or a significant other, or is going to leave his kids behind to go play in another city. I wouldn't do that. I've been here as long as I've been here, primarily because of family. Right. So, we don't know all the circumstances and situations. What we do need to understand is that this is why Steve Ross does what he does and creates this reputation as a big bidder, because it gets him a seat at the table. The Dolphins have a seat at the table. They got a chance. They got to close.
Yeah, I think they will. I think they've wanted this guy from day one. And with Watson gone, I don't think he returns to New Orleans now. I don't think he has the same love, because in the end, he's in the twilight of his career. So
true. This is his money grab.
Right.
This is his money grab.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you walk away with $45 million in guaranteed money. I'm not sure you're ever going to get another chance at getting the $45 million. You ever thought about that, Big O? How much $45 million could set you up? After taxes and after you pay your commission, you're probably walking away with 21. Like, think about how much $21 million can do for you.
Yeah, it'll probably be like 2, and then I'll give like my daughter 19, and just, I don't have that much time left. She's the one that's got all the time left. So
she can get it later, though, Big O. She can get it later. But I hear what you're saying. I mean, it's about
obviously, with that kind of money, you can actually set it up where you could just live off the damn interest.
Yeah,
really. That's really. you can have that money work for you for the rest of your life instead. Your life and your kids.
As long as you don't get a divorce.
Right. Exactly.
Which is where most of them go wrong. Which is where I've gone wrong. Which is where a lot of us go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's most of America that's happened to them.
Just don't get married.
My dad did it 3 times. So yeah.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he struggled. He struggled with the relationship thing. And
what order was your mom in?
First.
Oh, she was first.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, he then had 2 wives after that.
Hey, he doesn't want to live alone. And when you
that's what it is. That's what usually it is. There's those people that you see that keep getting married. Deep down inside, Kim Kardashian, they don't want to be alone. You know what I'm saying?
Kids now. She can be alone.
No, it still doesn't matter, bro. They still want to. Don't you see? She's now with Pete. She's now with Pete. She doesn't stay single very long. She finds a dude right away. Like right away, dude. She doesn't waste any time. So no matter
what you love, Big O.
I know that, but there are a few of those out there that they're very comfortable on their own.
You've met those people, very few. One of the individuals who soothes my soul in the VJJ. If I'm hurting, I'm hunting.
Right. Yeah.
That's it's a destructive behavior. But if I'm hurting, I'm hunting.
Right, of course.
It's not that I don't want to be alone.
But I get it, man. Everybody should understand that, dude. I mean, that's just, it's normal. It's normal, dude. And you see these people all the time, the ones that are in and out of relationships. They don't stay out of a relationship very long, and they get back in because deep down inside, they don't want to be alone. And that's my dad was that way, man. It's just, he told me one day, he goes, I don't want to grow alone, because after the second divorce, I go, are you going to get married again? Like, you're not very good at this. I told him, I said, you're not very good at this. And he was like, yeah, I know I'm not, but I don't want to be alone. And so
everybody needs somebody to take care of them, Big O. When you advance, that's why you get with the younger woman.
Most are like that. Most. Yeah. But every once in a while, you'll meet that one individual, man or woman, that they're solo and they're like, you know what, I'm good, man, I'm fine, or whatever. And you're like, damn, that's a pretty strong person that they're fine being alone. All right, so what would you put the percentages on closing this Armstead thing? Because I'm going pretty Michael Beasley here on this, and that's high, by the way, just in case.
Oh, come on! Did you watch?
Okay, all right. I'm going Jennifer Capriati.
Did you watch his pivot? He had an amazing interview with the pivot, which is Channing Crowder.
Jennifer Capriati was better on grass than on hard surface.
Everybody's smoking some weed right now. She just did.
I know that, but these are jokes that you had. They're
I heard it. I just, man, Michael Beasley is in pain.
I know, poor guy. And he's a nice guy, by the way. He's a nice guy. He's a knucklehead. He did some knuckleheaded things, but he's a nice guy.
He's in pain, man. Pain. And I admire his strength. Like, people don't realize what it's like to have family members repeatedly steal from you. And I can tell you there's a dozen athletes that I know that's happened to.
Oh, yeah. A ton of them. Yeah.
Like, imagine your.
What do you think? What do you think was going on with Britney Spears and her dad?
Yeah,
bro?
Yeah. Imagine.
Yeah. Oh no, I gotta watch over her money. No, you lazy bastard. You want to live off her money, is what it is. That's all it is. That guy wasn't caring about Britney. But by the way, the best thing that ever happened to all of us was that Britney got her money, because she's naked every day now on IG.
I still have not found her naked ever, and I follow her.
But she's naked. Well, it's little stars or something, but she's naked.
I don't see it. But anyway.
Oh, no, she doesn't look like she used to look. I get what you're saying.
No, I don't see it. She didn't come up on my timeline. I don't know why.
It doesn't come up on your timeline?
No.
That means your girl blocked it or something, because it comes up.
Stop.
all the time. I mean, every moment I turn on Instagram, Brittany comes up at one point or another naked.
I got other women who come up, but not Brittany. I'm
gonna refresh here and see if I get a little Brittany action.
She's older.
Although I did get Lala action. I got to. Lala Anthony is.
I mean, she's all right. She's all right. Yeah, she's all right. She's matured. I like my fruit ripe. I mean, fresh, not ripe.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
She's a fine ass.
You seen Power? You watch Power?
On and off. I don't watch it like religiously.
Have you seen the Lala episodes of Power?
Yes, I have seen the Lala episodes.
Okay,
that's what I'm on.
Just making
that's
sure.
what I'm on.
Just making sure.
Those are the on episodes. Those are ones when I hear that Lala was, in full color. I'm like, yeah, I'm tuning in. And so, yes, Lala. Hey, look, I ran into some guy on I Am Athlete.
There you go.
I like the jacket, by the way.
That's Carol City, baby. Represent.
That's a nice jacket. That's a really nice jacket.
Thank you.
You know what? And I'm scrolling, and now that I'm looking for Brittany, obviously I don't.
I'm telling you, I don't ever see Brittany on there. Like,
I do all the time. All the time.
I gotta look, man.
I also see Flavia.
I don't know what that is.
Flavia. Just Flavia Oliveira. Okay. Flavia Oliveira.
Okay. All right.
She's Flavia Oliveira is a good follow on Instagram. Let's see. No, you know that? Like, now that I'm looking for a Brittany naked picture, I don't get it.
I'm telling you, I don't ever see Brittany. I know I follow her.
No, this is typical. Like now, and when I get off the air, I'll open up IG and boom, there she is in all her glory. You know, this is terrible. This is just depressing. I was hoping that I was going to get Brittany right
but
there.
You know what? Brittany's got to be in her late 30s now, and she has to still appeal to people as sexy, as attractive. How do you do that?
You do that.
Okay.
Right. Those are the things you do when you're on IG. She's like, I'm telling you, her IG, she has released the demons. See, there she goes. Now this is video of her IG, and then all you do is there she is, and she's like
rolling in all her sand.
She's completely naked. Yes.
Oh, getting complete. Okay. All right.
No, she's completely naked, except for the bottom, of course. But yes, that's Brittany in her glory now. So we appreciate she got her money because she just unleashed the Kraken every day now on IG. Okay. So there you go. Now you got a couple of tips also on IG, you know, Oliveira. All right. So what do you think about the Armstead thing? What is the percentages you put on this thing?
50-50. 50-50. I think that it comes down to money versus home. And
okay,
you know, or do you want to relocate your home and your family? And considering about 40% of the league, I would say lives down here, if not in Tampa or Jacksonville area or Orlando area. I would say there's a good chance that you can. He's in the twilight years. He's got a good 3-4 years left in the NFL. You know, at a high level, you know, he can probably continue to. He's the thing about him is he's athletic, because usually I initially, when I started looking at his film, and I did look at it, and I looked at his film when he was coming back from a knee injury, which you know that's not exactly when you're at your best, but he was still a force. And what I like about him is he's not fat. He's not your typical looking offensive lineman. He's
a fluid athlete for a big guy.
He's a fluid athlete. Still owns the fastest 40 time for an NFL offensive lineman. So I was and there's still that athleticism left over. I remember talking to Trent Williams when he was down here for an I Am Athlete shoot, and he was telling me and explaining to me what makes that O-line scheme work. And you're gonna need at least one 5-star premier athlete on that line. And that would be Tyron Armstead. If it's not Tyron Armstead, then you're praying, hoping, maybe, and I don't think it is going to be Austin Jackson. And it's not Austin Jackson. I can tell you that. Unless he comes back in. Austin Jackson wasn't in great shape last camp, and unless he comes back in phenomenal shape, which he should, because his career's kind of in the they just signed a replacement.
You're right. You're right.
So you need Tyron Armstead. You need him on that line if you want to have a top 10.
And this makes their free agency. You kind of filled a lot of needs.
It's
and
the entree, baby.
And all that kind of stuff.
Entree.
Exactly. You are correct. You've had everything on the meal.
Porterhouse.
Yes.
Right now we're eating some sides, some lobster mac and cheese, some
porterhouse, lobster.
No. We don't even have that on the plate right now. We're just.
I'm saying he's the porterhouse. He's the lobster.
Absolutely.
He's that big ass dish that you're waiting for to like finish off your meal. Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
1,000% with you, because having him, I think, kind of then it makes sense to everything else. Not having him, it just leaves a void, and you still what it does is it creates a big problem for you going into the season.
I will say this.
Probably what it does.
Having him and putting him on the field, that gives you one guy you don't have to worry about. You just have to worry about the other four. And then I wouldn't even be mad at putting Mike Gesicki out there on the line next to him. He's that good.
By the way, Tyron Armstead might be the guy that saves Austin Jackson.
How so?
He might be the young guy he might be the guy that says, "Hey, young man, you're doing fine. Do this, do that." He might be the guy that helps reinstill the confidence in him and help him and teach him. And this is what Eichenberg and Jackson can finally lean on. They haven't had one person to lean on that they can.
Eric Flowers, they lean on him their rookie year.
He was here for 1 year. He wasn't here.
Exactly. I agree.
That's what I'm saying, that this guy's going to be here for at least 2 to 3 years.
But Austin Jackson played definitely drastically better with Eric Flowers next to him than he did without him.
But that's what I'm just saying, that those look. It's great to have better coaches, which is what I think they have in McDaniel and Frank and Applebaum. I would imagine these are better coaches for these offensive linemen. And I think the scheme will also complement them. But also internally, what I wanted for this team was a couple of veteran linemen, because you had way too much youth and inexperience around. And those guys need a guy that they can lean on. That's why when you had the Unicorns, you had the other two positions. Well, but at least those two positions can look up to the other three guys.
Bushrod and what was his name?
Brandon and James.
Brandon Albert.
Yeah.
And Mike.
So
Mike.
Yeah, you had guys at least you can look up to and use as pillars, you know what I mean? And that's what they didn't have here. So Connor can help some of the guards. And certainly Armstead can help everybody on there, bro. You know what I mean?
If you have Armstead at left tackle and you have Connor Williams at left guard, Dieter, let's leave a mystery at center right now.
I think if they do that, I'm convinced they're going Zion at 29. Convinced.
Then you have at right guard, you can go Austin Jackson. You could go Robert Hunt. You could go.
I think it's Hunt. Hunt Eichenberg is the thing I'm looking at.
I don't know if I want Hunt as my guard. I want Hunt as my tackle, because I don't.
I get what you're saying. But he's got the nastier streak at guard. So you use him at guard. You use Eichenberg at tackle, and Jackson's your swing tackle, and Dieter's your swing a guard center.
They also have a young guy that they like a lot, a rookie who actually started the year started at the end of the year in Robert Jones.
Jones, yes.
Yeah, and they have Greg Little. Greg Little was really athletic in camp. Why they never trusted him? He was really athletic in camp.
I'll trust these guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So
why they never trusted him?
What they think of
like
Greg
I would have
Little.
played Greg Little at guard.
Right.
He was better than Solomon Kinley, and they never played.
Hey, to his credit, I saw that story where Solomon's working off the weight and
whatever. They said, hey, listen, they said the same thing last year, and then he showed up at 348 pounds.
But did you see the picture? You can tell he's already.
No, they did that last year, bro. You're not fooling me. I'm not being catfished again.
Give the man some
bro. They did this last year.
Working. No,
they did this last year. You're not fooling me. I'm not being catfished again.
No, but you saw it in that.
So instead camp, he came in at 348 instead of 360. Oh, gee.
So you're saying he's going to lose all the way now go back to the drive-through.
Solomon's a fat boy. He's not meant for this scheme.
You're a mean person, bro. God,
bro, you're not making me fall for that Instagram. He's using one of those slimming apps that these women use to make themselves more attractive.
It's an article.
Falling for it again.
Somebody wrote the article and took pictures of him.
It's not two farts. He is a fat boy who will come in at camp over 340, and that's not good enough.
That's just not nice.
I would wager a week's salary he's coming in over 340.
That's just not nice. I tell you,
it's just the reality, bro.
You're mean, bro. You are mean. The young man is working hard. He's lost a lot of weight. He understands that in this scheme, he better be able to move a lot better.
Here's the one thing I've learned in 15 years of covering NFL. You do not give fat people who like to eat money because they're going to become fatter. You do not do that. So if you want to do it, go right ahead. But let's be real about it. Solomon Kinley, he's John Jerry 2.0. He never gonna help you.
Sponsor we add an extra meal to the day. Yes, that's true. That's right.
I only had a shake this morning. I'm trying to lose weight.
God, I want to lose weight too.
You've done it so many times.
I know, man, and I have not gotten that real motivation. That bug that I get. Once I get that bug, then I get motivated and I lose the weight. I've done it 3 times, but I just have not. I am controlling what I'm eating. I'm trying to eat less, and trying to eat better, but I'm not there yet. I'm still not there yet. But it is what it is. All right. Does it look to you? Because I asked Poupart this. It looks like everything's on hold right now until this thing's done, right? One way or another with Armstead, because just doesn't look like there's any movement anywhere else.
What is there really to do?
I don't know. You tell me.
Go get an inside linebacker, sign a center, J.C. Trotter.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do both. That's the problem.
They got money to do both. They got money to do whatever they want to do. Stop with that. They got money.
But I don't think they'll do both. I think they're only
they got
going
money,
to
and they got to redo. They got to redo Xavier Howard's deal. And I'm sure they were trying to shake down Byron Jones and try to trade him. I don't think that's happening.
No, they're not. Yeah. And it doesn't make sense to guarantee him any money more.
Oh, his whole contract's guaranteed right now as of Sunday, I believe. I should have wrote that.
Oh, but for this year, not the whole. You're right.
Yeah. This is the last year's guarantee. Everything is opt-in after that.
Right, exactly. So that's why.
So if he doesn't perform, he's going to be cut. That's why
he's been fine. He doesn't give up a bunch.
Yeah. But he's not $14 million fine.
If they don't score on you, you're all right. You're doing fine. I get it. You want the guy that gets the
No. Is it? He's fine at $8 million a year, not fine at $14 million a year.
You're not going to get a good cover corner at $8 million like him,
bro. I'm telling
It's
you right
hard.
now, they tried to shake him down, try to make
Well,
him take
but
he was
that's what
like,
you do normally, bro. I mean, that's what you
I
normally do
know,
on
but
anything.
and you media members make you seem like it's okay. They agreed to this contract, you honor it. Don't you have guaranteed money in this contract? You honor it. Don't sit here and oh,
There's
we don't want to pay you
all,
what
all
we
all kinds of businesses try to finagle out of deals. That's
listen, it
normal.
ain't right. That don't mean it's right. That
Okay,
don't mean it's
but
right.
let's not make it sound like there's loyalty on either side or anything like that. That's not that's
I,
not the case. Everybody does what's best for them, and
right.
that's what you should do. Is what's best.
And you know who does it the most?
LeBron
70-30?
James.
The
LeBron
players.
James.
No, the teams. 70-30. Rarely
Oh yeah.
there's a rare instance where a player can hold them to the fire.
Welcome to radio. They fire people left and right with no rhyme, no reason. People that are productive and bring in money and things like that. You know, whatever, bro.
Hey, and then those
You
people
know?
go and they build their own
Right, exactly.
empire.
Well,
I'm still waiting for the
not
project that you were talking about.
not everybody can build it, but some of us can, but not everybody.
Yeah.
By the way, the project you're talking about, I think it happened yesterday.
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah, it's wait.
I mean,
I love you media members that don't understand the business side of this.
Oh, I'm not going to lie. I don't know the business side of it. I just, I like my direct deposit when I get my direct deposit.
And everybody's getting their direct deposit. That's the beautiful thing. Okay. Everybody's getting their direct deposit, but there's a business side of it that I've got to handle. And it's, there's a process to it all. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, but that's kind of part of it. But it's coming. Biggest Dolphin show in this town is coming. It's coming. We're going to be displaying it. It's going to be fun. It'll be an afternoon deal. But yes, it will grow, as they say. But everything, hey man, we've grown a lot in what is it, 8 months now? 9 months. It's kind of been.
Yeah.
You say, yeah, I'm on this side, bro.
Yeah, I see your work. I see.
Yeah, all this thing together. This ain't easy, bro. This ain't easy, but this is fun. It's fun. It's good. It's good that we're doing this. All right. So after Armstead is, let's say this doesn't happen.
Okay.
Which I don't believe so. I think this is going to happen. But for that 1% chance that it doesn't, what's the next step for them? Because
I think you go sign an Eric Fisher. You go sign a Dwayne Brown. Okay. I would kick the tires on J.C. Trotter because he could make the whole line better.
Yeah.
Last I checked, he was in this conversation with Minnesota. Nothing got done. Once you hit that 30-year mark, everybody wants a discount. Everybody wants to pay you like, your dented can. I get you 70 cents to the dollar. Right. I think you could be diligent. You could be patient. You could bring in Trotter and a meet. What's Trotter? $4 million a year? $5 million? A year?
No, more than that. More than that. He's a really good player, dude. It was only money in Cleveland.
All right. So why hasn't he found a job yet?
I think it's the same thing as Armstead. I think he's kind of he's
not in the Armstead ballpark. I'd be shocked if he
right now. If you need a center, he's the center.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he can kind of drive the market for himself right now.
What I say,
I think, by the way, I think he gets more around $8 million a year.
I promise. Let's see if he gets. My threshold for guaranteed money is $12 million. I don't care about.
Oh, I don't know about the $12 million guaranteed.
I don't care about what he makes per year in the fake money contracts that you people obsess about. Only the money that matters is guaranteed money, and $12 million a year brings him at $6 million a piece. $6 million a year. And I don't know if I would even pay that.
Oh, for him, I would in a heartbeat.
It's very easy to determine what players will get released in NFL contracts. If they're making north of $6 million a year, they either got to be performing like crazy, or the block is about to get hot. So right. I think that $6 million a year for Trotter, especially considering he's in the 30s, and the NFLPA president, which no organization wants to bring on their team, That's just the protocol. I would be shocked if he gets more than 12 million a year. A 12 million guaranteed.
By the way, Bobby Wagner, everybody asks about him, and I know he's older than dirt at this point.
Oh wow, he's been productive as hell though.
But he's a stud. No, he's a Hall of Famer. And he's
I
awesome.
think, and I hear that.
But he's not a bad fill-in for 1 year or something like that to get by.
Why would he take a 1-year deal?
Well, I'm just saying, you're going to give him a 2-year deal because that's what Chris Greer does. But you're really only keep him maybe a year or something.
Now you give him a 3-year. Chris Greer gives 3-year deals. But two are real, one is fake. No, I don't think Bobby Wagner. One, I think Bobby Wagner is going to go somewhere where he knows he can win. And same thing with, a lot of
the Dolphins are going to the Super Bowl this year. How can he not win?
Same thing with a lot of the free agents. And I was having this conversation via text with Dono, who and he asked me, what do I think about Armstead is going to happen? I said 50-50, home or here. And I asked him this question: who do you want to play for, Tua or what? Tua, who would you want to play with as your quarterback, Tua or Mr. Crab Legs, Jameis Winston? And his answer was Jameis Winston. I was like, on one leg, bro? And I was shocked. But I think it's at this point, it's a question that I think a lot of free agents are asking. At this point, especially the veteran guys, the older guys, they don't know what Tua is or what he can be. And based on they don't watch his games. They watch highlights and they hear what the national media is talking about when Deshaun Watson's trying to steal his team. So, I think Tua has to overcome all that. And that's what the 2022 season is about.
Yeah, there's no doubt that it's about him, shutting a bunch of people up and this season and proving a lot of people that are already doubting him wrong.
Do you watch those videos that his trainer perform?
Yeah.
Is putting up, and I should go out there and look at it. If I'm still around, I'll get around to it. But it looks better. It looks better now. It's not in pads. And when you're wearing pads, but they put a lot of work into strengthening his arm and improving his velocity. And I'm excited to see.
I think it's also about his core, where hip.
It's always been about his core. It's always about every quarterback's core.
But in his case, because of the hip, you're kind of rebuilding that, and this should be the year where he's got to be 100% or close to where he was at 100%. This should be the year.
You're not ever going to get to 100%. Right. According to my wife, who rehabs hips, the goal is to get at least to 85, and he should be close to there.
Yeah, and if he is, or better, then we should start seeing a better player out there physically, overall. And some of those exercises, like the one that he picks it off the ground and he throws it, that reminds you of the Mac Hollins throw that skipped, and so that was one where that's really good, because to me that throw skipped because he was coming fresh out of the pressure and he wasn't really completely set. And since he's not a big dude that has the kind of arm that he can just sidearm a 30-yarder for no, he can't do those kind of things that Josh Allen and Herbert and, the monsters, the guys that have the big cannons. He can't do that.
They don't have to do them. It would be nice if they did them.
No, but at that moment he needed it because he was coming off pressure and he's off balance. So you needed that kind of body. So if you're not going to have that kind of body, you always have to be fundamentally sound in how you're throwing. And I thought that that's what that drill was teaching, is that he was picking up one ball immediately after another in running and then making sure that he threw an accurate pass in it. And if that happens the next time around, that ball gets there now because that's what you were practicing before.
Yeah. You should bring him on the show. You should have him come on.
I am. We are going to have
Tua, the perform dude. I forget his name.
We'll get his trainer on, and we'll get Tua on eventually too. We'll work on.
You trust me. You ain't getting Tua on.
I ain't going to put no limits on this show. You don't think I'll get Tua?
Listen, Tua's extremely guarded and protected.
It's fine. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? He did do radio. He did do radio once. We've heard him on radio once.
Well, he did Joe Rose, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, well, because they're always going to give Joe because he's the.
Yeah, they gave him because Joe, they like owed Joe 4 things, and he said, "Let me get Tua," and it was like the end of the season 2 or something like that. It was very close. He just come off his biggest win, and I mean, no better time to give him Tua.
Well, I could get him now off his biggest win. He got rid of Brian Flores. That's his biggest win, bro. I mean, that man. I mean, Tua right now is like a guy that got rid of a terrible wife, a bad business partner. Listen. I don't know. You graduated and you moved on from the worst teacher you've had to deal with for a semester. You know that Tua is free now. His mind is now clear. He doesn't have that Brian Flores fungus among us.
Did you listen to the Teddy Bridgewater conversation where I'm not telling you what we talked about?
Yes. And that's a smart move by Teddy.
He's a vet. That's a vet.
Teddy doesn't want to feed the fuel to all the controversy because he knows it's there. 2, he's still a professional, and he doesn't want to talk about himself as a backup because that's not a mentality he wants to carry. It's not that he's not coming in with malicious intentions, but he's not going to come in with that. Oh, you just labeled me a backup, even though that's his role. He knows it. He's not going to look at himself that's the way it is.
I think this is Tua's team.
I read your article. This ain't no.
I didn't write any article about Teddy Bridgewater. Didn't write any. So don't put it on me.
You did write something about it being some kind of a competition or something.
No, I didn't write nothing. Not zero.
You sure?
I'm positive.
I read one in the Sun Sentinel.
No, not me. No,
like 2 weeks ago. You sure?
Positive. Okay. Don't write about quarterbacks. I don't need the drama.
Well, then it was Hyde then or somebody.
Listen, what Teddy is gonna do is be a professional, work hard, learn the offense, compete, and what will be. But understand, Teddy Bridgewater has never lost a quarterback competition.
Okay.
Not that he's all world, but there isn't a quarterback competition that he's had in his career that he's lost. So
I completely understand that. He'll lose this one badly. He'll be the backup.
It won't be a competition.
It is what it is. And in the end, like I told everybody at the beginning of this show, if it gets to Teddy Bridgewater, the season's over anyways. So it doesn't really matter. I love Teddy Bridgewater, the backup. I love Teddy Bridgewater, the person. Teddy Bridgewater, the number 1 starter, is useless in the NFL.
Wow. He had a 7-7 record last year.
Brother, he went 5-0 with the Saints. He threw 9 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
Yeah,
he had 2 complete seasons with Minnesota, 14-12 and 14-9.
You know,
my point is no offense will ever be explosive under Teddy Bridgewater. Ever.
I don't know if I'm willing.
And he's proven that over and over and over again. He never puts up big numbers because he can't.
You know what? I'm very
the good Lord did not bless him with explosive opportunities with his body.
I'm curious why he didn't want to go to New Orleans or try to go to New Orleans.
No Sean Payton, probably.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
you got Dennis Allen. You got a defensive coach.
He's home. He's home. So it is.
Yeah, I don't think and Winston's home, so that's why he signed. But I don't. Winston it was 17-3 last year before he got injured. People don't realize that.
17 what? Touchdowns?
And 3 interceptions.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
I know that. and that's Sean Payton. So, that's the shame for Jameis, because I don't know what's going to happen now. But Sean Payton was figuring out the enigma. Okay. So, but I get that. And that was like what, in 4 or 5 games? 6 games?
14-3. 14 and 3.
Okay. And
but
how
it's
many
still
games?
pretty impressive.
No, it's awesome. It's how many games? 5?
102.8 quarterback rating in 7 games.
7 games. He kicked
That's
ass.
pretty damn good.
I know that, dude. I know. He kicked ass. He played well for them.
5-2.
For Jameis Winston, that's awesome football.
That's pretty damn good.
It's 4-1 turnover ratio, TD to turnover ratio, over 4-1. But I don't know how he'll do now with Dennis Allen. That's the problem.
Yeah,
and that's
they kept most of that coaching staff, so I don't think that Sean Payton is very important and is very excellent at his job, but but that's one hell of a coaching staff. That's like
they're a good team. That's a good team they have there. If they keep most of their people together, it's a good team, dude. You know what I mean? They're not a bad team. That's why they wanted Watson, because they're close. With Watson, they're a deep run playoff team because of that defense.
I don't know
what I mean?
Don't know about that.
Red Horse Adventure says, "Did you just call me an enigma?" I didn't know. James, Red Horse Adventures on the chat board says, "Did you just call me an enigma?" And I had no idea that Jameis Winston listens to the show. Yes, Jameis Winston was an enigma, because when you're that talented and you throw that many interceptions, that's an enigma, my brother.
Bro, you know who their quarterback coach is in New Orleans?
Who now?
Ronald Curry.
Oh, wow.
Well, I did not know that.
But was he the quarterback's coach last year?
Hold up now. Curtis Johnson.
Wait a minute.
Doug Marrone. Oh, whoa! Wait a minute here. Where did Curtis Johnson go?
See, I like when Omar is catching up with the league on our show.
Well, you act like you know where Curtis Johnson went.
No. I was talking about the Jameis Winston stuff that you didn't realize he actually balled out.
No. Senior offensive assistant. What the hell?
Yeah. Yep.
Hold on.
All right, Omar, we now have George Richards in the batter's box.
All right.
So, what are you working on the Sun Sentinel so folks can check you out after you catch up with Jameis Winston?
I have absolutely no idea. Just no idea, no clue.
Okay, all right. Because
I'm on Toronto.
In the middle of this interview, if I'm still here, I'll go check out the Tua practices. Like, that didn't go like unnoticed, just in case. So,
listen, I've been more transparent with anybody. While I'm doing this show, I just got hit up. You know how contracts work, bro.
Right.
Like, it's
all right.
You know how it's.
Oh, I get it. I just don't want to see you go anywhere. But all right. Okay. You still gonna stay with us?
Probably, maybe. Depending on what language says. Yeah.
All right. Follow him on Twitter at Omar Kelly. Catch his work for now at South Florida.
For a while.
Well, we for an undetermined amount of time.
For I will be here. Maybe I might be here for the whole year.
There you go. Maybe. There you go.
I could be here for forever.
Catch Omar Kelly while you can, right here on the program twice a week. All right. Omar Kelly, George.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.